Previously on Super Dungeon Boys.
Cromgrim, jumps, does a vault off the wall, and stabs down with his fork and starts spinning it, and it just goes inanimate. Raiden approaches this more vertical ice chest. There's body parts in there. They're all human, and they all just seem young or like little. You guys start marching towards the back of the hall where the door with the padlock is. You look up, and you see there's like an eyeball. You know that a hag coven is able to produce hag eyes.
So it's literally just like security. I'm going to attack it.
You guys approach the door, and it's just a normal wooden door. There's a huge steel padlock that's keeping it shut.
At this point, there's not much more we can do but keep looking for the key.
There's 8 vials, and they're all different colors.
I drink it.
You crack open this little box. In the middle of that thing is a key.
I'm going to get over there to it, and I'm going to yoink. And I take the key from the center.
Who wants to do the honors?
I'll go.
It is a spiral staircase going directly downward. There's like a jail cell. There's a woman facing the corner, sobbing.
Is there any way of escape that you've ever seen?
The last one.
The only place we haven't explored yet is forward, ready to face the gates of hell.
We have no other choice.
Absolutely.
What order are you guys going to head down the passage?
I'll take up the rear.
Based off of our classes and toughness, I feel like Cromgrim should be in the front because he had the most hit points. The hardest. He's more of a melee attack, where both Brudon and I are magic spellcasters, and we have less
glass
health.
Cannons.
Yeah, less health points. So maybe Cromgrim should go first. I will walk with like a hand on his shoulder, though, if that's all right. It's kind of like so he knows that we're not completely abandoning him. I put my hand on his shoulder.
And I'll do the same. We'll make a conga line.
Da 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 da.
So yeah, you guys hand
We're
on
doing
shoulders.
a conga line to lighten the tension before we get in there.
Yeah, you guys hand on shoulders walk by this lady. And Brudon, as you guys pass, give me a wisdom save.
Okay. 18 plus 1, so 19.
You pass. So as you're walking, you just feel like an eerie chill kind of just creeped out by the dungeon in general. And Raiden, give me a wisdom save.
15 plus 1, 16.
Yeah, same thing. Just being down here is just creepy in general. And you just kind of feel a chill down your spine.
So we're mid conga kick and something hits.
Yeah, it just kind of hits you that something's off down here. And Cromgrim, lastly, give me a wisdom save.
11.
Can't imagine your wisdom's very high.
Right, negative.
-1, so it's 10.
Oh man.
He's
And
still
it's-
doing the conga dance, and we both feel something.
10 is the magic number. So yeah, you guys are hand on shoulder. Cromgrim's leading the way. Raiden, you have your hand on his shoulder. You guys are trying to trying to hum a little bit and not be freaked out by what in the world the nails on the chalkboard thing is. And all of a sudden, Cromgrim falls asleep, falls to the ground, and is in slumber. And Cromgrim,
Shoot.
as you fall asleep, you feel yourself like that sensation when you're sleeping, when you're in a dream and you fall. As you fall asleep to the ground, that sensation is almost immediate, like as you're falling, and you thud into the ground, into a dwarf-sized grave. And you look up and you see 5 or 6 dwarves above you, all with shovels and pickaxes, laughing and pointing at you and saying, "Stupid Cromgrim, dumb Cromgrim," as they start shoveling dirt on top of you. And you guys obviously don't see this. This is Cromgrim is sleeping, and this is all happening in his mind. And what do you do, Cromgrim?
I don't know what Cromgrim can do.
So you're essentially in a dream. So you can try and act and do. You have all your stuff on you, but you're being buried in your dream.
So Cromgrim is being buried at the moment, and this dirt is falling on him, and these dwarves are all dancing and laughing around the top of the hole, 5 feet up. And they're all chanting and laughing and pointing at Cromgrim and calling him dumb and stupid. And stupid dumb and dumb stupid. Cromgrim decides that he's going to attack them. So from the soil, trying to move it out of the way, Cromgrim tries to cleave his axe towards the closest one of the dwarves.
Yeah. So do an attack roll, but do it with disadvantage.
I don't like where this is going. I don't know what we're gonna get into here. Seems like some bad news coming our way.
17 was the higher number, 11 was the lower number.
Yeah. So with an 11, I feel like you, in your mind, you reach back, or you're trying to get your axe to try and swing up there, but they're dumping dirt on you so fast that you can't get to your axe. And so Cromgrim's in this dream getting buried with dirt, and all you guys see is him laying on the ground, writhing, rolling back and forth.
Cromgrim,
Yeah,
come on.
That's what I was thinking. This Cromgrim, we're kind of like smacking
Wake
his
up.
face a little bit, shaking him. Does that do anything?
Nothing.
Doc, Sneezy, Sleepy, all of you stupid 7 dwarves, get away from me!
Come on.
Get away from me! I don't want to clean anybody's room! Get out of here!
I don't know what to do, Brudon. I don't have any spells that can heal him. Do you know of anything that, any spells that could heal this?
Let me ponder.
The only thing I have is I do have a bottle of holy water.
For Cromgrim, he might burn. Let us think a little more.
Oh no.
I do have a water skin. Maybe I can dump that on him.
Okay. Yeah, let's see if that'll stir him. Just some cold water. Not holy water.
I take out my water skin and I dump it onto Cromgrim's face.
Okay. Cromgrim, you are getting buried by these dwarves, and they're laughing and laughing, and it just keeps getting more and more intense. Just kind of like in a movie when it's like a flashback, and then it it's flashing here and here and here, and then the memories get faster and faster and faster. It's like you're dreaming and you're seeing yourself getting buried, and then you're seeing these faces up close laughing, and these dwarves, and then all of a sudden their faces all look the same, and they look purple with a long hooked nose and really long pointy ears, wispy gray hair, and really sharp teeth. And they all look like that. And they're laughing at you and saying, "Worth, stupid Cromgrim, never good enough," and screaming at you. But then all of a sudden the dirt that they're dumping on you turns to mud, and then it turns to water, and you feel all wet, and then you shake awake, and you see Brudon dumping his water skin on you.
Enough!
Ugh.
What happened? I was being attacked a moment ago. What? Where are the dwarves?
Dwarves.
There were 7 of them.
1 second you were leading the way, and the next you were on the ground, Cromgrim.
You collapsed.
I don't know what kind of strange magic this was. I was immediately in a deep sleep. And was fighting for my life, being buried alive by these ugly 7 dwarves. And then they turned purple. And their teeth got super sharp, like razor blades.
Raiden, you hear Cromgrim say that, and I want you to roll a history check with advantage.
Ooh-wee. First one's a 9, second one's a nat 20, baby! Woo! Let's freaking go.
So
+3, I got a 23.
good grief. There it is. So you hear him tell this story, and I feel like you would be like, what exactly did this face look like? And he describes purple face with long features and long ears of wispy gray hair, and it was in his dream. And you remember that same class from before, with the eyeball.
Nerd.
And when your teacher was teaching you about different hags and what to look out for, there's sea hags, there's green hags, and you remember that night hags can mess with your mind and they can enter your dreams. And you also remember that they can create things called heartstones. And if they have a heartstone, they're able to enter the ethereal plane and pop in and out of different planes. And they can also take people's souls and exchange them for things. You remember all this stuff.
Now I remember this stuff. We should be so far away from this place right now.
We were too busy trying to get out of here. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Guys, I remember. I remember now. I fear this is the home of a night hag. It's
Is that like
terrifying,
the tweakers
terrifying.
that go walking at night and they're like lot lizards? Is it like that?
No. Not quite the same.
Those are also sometimes purple skinned. I don't know if you knew that or not.
No, the night hags, they're terrible. They can mess with your mind. You won't know what's real, what's not. And the worst thing of this all is, I remember that this stone is the one that you've been holding in your beard and brewed on. You have on you now. Whatever happens here, the hag cannot possess that stone. We must keep this from her. That will grant her immense powers to be able to teleport, and not just within this world, but others. And on top of that, to steal souls and deal with them as well. This is literally the worst situation we could possibly be in right now. We should be, when we got that stone, we should have went the opposite direction as far as we possibly could have.
It's too late to dwell on past mistakes. We're here now. And the only way that hag is getting this stone is earning it.
I thought for a moment you were going to say over your dead body, but I just went. Let's clarify that it was Rudon that said that. I didn't say that.
We're all in this together.
Over our collective dead bodies.
I assume that was inferred, but
Okay. I'm understanding now what you're
Yeah,
interpreting.
I was just clarifying for Cromgrim.
Yes.
He's having a hard time there. So, unfortunately, we are here, and we're as close to this hag as we possibly could be, I imagine. So, I think our only choice is to kill her.
aye.
Unless there's a way to destroy this heartstone. Do I remember that from my studies at all? Is there any way to destroy the stone, or is it?
So you don't remember. You just remember them talking about that they can create these stones, and that if they have one, it's they're pretty OP'd, as it were. And you don't want to meet a hag that has one. But
Dude, I'm a full-on wizard, and I've been perceiving this thing 8 times to this game, and nothing's been coming of it. I don't think we know anything about it.
Yeah, your professor didn't even that wasn't even a question that came up in school. Nobody was like, "Hey, could you just break it?" That never happened.
Well, I am going to try something.
Can I have the stone, please?
Aye.
And I am going to go back towards the staircase, because I know we're in this kind of hall-ish way, and there's potentially something at the end of it. I'm going to backtrack. I don't know if these guys are going to follow or not. I'm backtracking to the stairs. I put the heartstone on the ground, and I'm going to cast 3rd level Shatter on it.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to destroy this thing. Before we move forward, let's see if we can destroy this. So it's a 10-foot radius, so we all just need to, as long as we're outside of the 10-foot. The
You went by yourself.
Yeah, the loud ringing noise only is within this 10-foot sphere. So essentially, it should hypothetically be silent? I don't know. I don't really know. Like, it's supposed to be painfully intense
But
and loud within,
deadly.
within this. And if a creature, it says a creature, but also an object of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw. I don't know if this rock can do a saving throw, but if it does, it gets disadvantage if it's made of those things, stone, crystal, or metal. So here we go. I don't do an attack roll. So the rock does a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage. I don't know if you have a character sheet for this rock.
It's all right here. Rolled a 14.
Dang it. That's what you'd have to beat. So you beat it, but you take half. That just means you take half as much damage. So let me do my 4d8s of damage on this thing. 8, 1, 4, so that's 13 plus 1 is 14. Yeah, so I guess half would be 7.
Okay. Yeah, you do that, and you do this cone around it with all this. It's just like loud noises pretty much, and it just vibrates and vibrates and vibrates. And you see just the teeniest little flake like comes off the corner. That's it. Like it vibrates and then just like flakes off a little bit. But where are you standing in relation to the cell when you do this? You said you went back towards the stairwell.
Yeah, my thought would be just to kind of like back away from the guys. I would stand at like the base of the stairs, so I'd walk past that dungeon, the cage there, the cell.
Okay.
We're still down by the door.
Right.
Yeah, so they didn't pass the cell, just I passed the cells.
Right.
Did it work?
No, seems it didn't. Just a small piece came off, but still very much intact. So yeah, I run back up to him like, gentlemen, seems our only way is forward.
Give me a wisdom save.
You're not going to believe it. I got a nat 20.
That's like 5 in a row.
Only
Those
2.
dice are loaded.
Yeah, somebody's cheating over there. Do you roll?
I'll use different dice. I just rolled like 3 5s in a row. So
No,
I just
you're
rolled
good.
like 3 nat 20s in a row.
Yeah,
Sorry.
20. So right in, you catch back up with the guys and nothing happens.
all right, we ready to move forward?
Better late than never.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's continue on like we did before, hands on shoulders, like we're a SWAT team, like always staying like a special forces unit. We're always within
Still
range of
hitting
each
that
other.
really subtle conga
Yeah.
on the way down.
Barely
Shaking
dancing.
her hips just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Just not a full kick, but we'll stick a leg out and then
Yeah.
come back in.
Let's head towards that where we see that light.
Yeah, so you guys do your little, your cute little conga line down towards your doom. And it's Cromgrim and Raiden and then Brudon in the back, I believe. And as you get closer, this intermittent, like nails on a chalkboard, keeps getting louder and louder and louder and just more ridiculous to hear. Painful even. And as you get to the opening, you see that the end of this cave, there's like a waterfall at the opposite end of where you guys are, and in front of it there's like a ring of like the floor in front of it is like a ring, and in the center there's like a cauldron with a purple flame underneath it, and the waterfall is like coming down and it's filling up like a little moat around that.
Mhm.
And then that's all that's really in here. There's some bones laying around, just kind of scattered about. But then you guys notice, like against the cave walls on either side of this ringed room, there are 2 lumbering creatures called hook horrors, which are like pretty much gigantic purple chickens, as it were. And they They like they have like a crazy beaked face, but then instead of having wings, they literally have two bony hooks for arms.
Sorry, did
And-
you call them hook whores?
Yeah,
I knew that would wake you up.
hook horrors. Yeah, that's exactly what I call them. So
Okay.
so
had jelly in his ear.
yeah, so but you see them, they're either tapping on the walls or scraping the walls. And you guys notice like they're blind. Like they don't see anything.
So other than this cauldron with the moat with the water in it, there's nothing else really in here.
Not that you see.
I mean, and then the beast, like there's no other doors, no other people, no other shelves, like cabinets, anything like that. Just an open room.
Yeah, just a cauldron.
I think we should probably tiptoe on in there
Into what?
into the room.
And do what? Fight these things?
There's nothing else to do in there. You're gonna drink goop in the cauldron.
No, but I have an idea.
All right. That's better than what I have.
I'm with Brudon. We need to do something.
All right.
Let's move forward
go.
then.
Now, are all of us going, or are we just gonna let Brudon go in there and see what happens? I'm kind of thinking you just go in there and we'll be like ready at the ready.
Of course you would choose for him to just go in there. So
He-
you're
he's the one-
safely...
He's the one
Now-
with the idea, all right?
How big am I, or how big are they in relation to me?
How tall are you?
Good question. I don't think we ever established that. I just
mean-
knew I was pretty big.
Yeah, we know
I was
you're big.
thinking huge, like compared to me.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, what, talking about like 7 foot at least? like,
7,
around
8,
there?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
That's what I
need to look-
imagine.
The dragon part, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so you would stand toe to toe with one of these hook horrors. Hook
okay.
horrors.
Oh. Dude, now I get it.
Okay. Let's see here. So they're both on opposite sides of the room from where we are, right? So if we
Correct.
come in, one's on the left, one's on the right, cauldron's in the middle.
Mhm.
Okay. They are both blind, and they are both their attention is on whatever task they're doing, scraping the walls.
Correct.
Okay. So I am going to, let's see here.
While he's doing that, just for the record, you guys are watching Brudon do this?
Yeah, I imagine like right before kind of like stepping into the opening of this room, like kind of like just up against one of the walls, like watching.
Okay. I am going to reach into my inventory, and I'm going to take out my caltrops, and I'm going to throw them around each one of them's feet, just in case they start to move when I start sneaking past them. It'll give me a little time to get out of the way.
Wow. Okay. So throw one of them. Do a dexterity save or dexterity check.
All right. 17 plus dexterity 2, so 19.
Yeah. So you got that one. So you
Okay.
and it connects on the one's feet and it falls over and makes a like a big, like nasty, like some sort of like bird, like deep guttural bird call, and it falls over and thuds. And
Okay.
as you wind up to go get the next one, we're gonna pause there. Raiden and Cromgram, both of you guys, give me wisdom saves at disadvantage.
I rolled a nat 20 and a 12. Plus 1, I got a 13. And wait, wisdom?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 13.
Barbarian is going to be -6.
He's getting dumber as it goes on.
9 and then take away 1, 8.
Okay. You both feel something touch your shoulder, and you both drop to the ground asleep.
Real quick, I am immune to magical sleep
Okay.
as an elf.
Nice. So you feel something on your shoulder, and you see
And then Cromgrim goes to sleep again. Damn it!
you see Cromgram pass out onto the ground, and realize that something's casting this on him. Cromgram, you are instantly back in the exact same dream, getting buried alive. And but it's right where you left off, and you're almost like it's up to your nose, and you see these same seven purple faces just gnashing at you, getting closer and closer, and you see one of them winds up, and it has 3 massive, like 5-inch long claws on each hand, and they whoosh, whoosh, both swipe at your face. The first one hits 12 damage, and you take that damage as you're getting buried alive in your sleep, for all you know. But Raiden, you basically just get like a cold shoulder, and you look.
Someone used chill touch on me.
Yeah, it feels
my own attack against me.
Yeah, it feels very, very familiar, and you see
almost
your
calming,
buddy.
maybe.
No, definitely not. You see your buddy fall down and instantly start writhing and probably like talking in his sleep about, stop, like don't like burying himself alive, like he's getting buried alive. And you see that, and it's kind of startling, but you realize it felt like something touched you from behind, and you turn around, and in the hallway is a night hag, and you notice that the door to the cell is wide open, and she is moving towards you with her claws stretched out.
We should have known better.
No,
we should have known better.
This is where I get to. Do I see her coming too?
No,
or
you are very busy.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. I'll wait till she gets there.
So that all happens. Let's cut back to Brudon. We need your next dexterity check to throw it at this other lumbering hook horror.
14 and dexterity 2, so 16.
You got them both. So as you knock over the one hook horror, it and falls over, and the other one kind of like stops everything it's doing and makes it easy for you to nail that one. And when it goes to move again, it falls over. And so that's where we are.
Okay. Do I go again, or?
Well, we're kind of this is just a free for all. We're not really an initiative because they don't have an opportunity to do anything to you. So Raiden or Cromgram is still getting
asleep,
buried alive. Yeah, just these hag looking things are shoveling dirt on top of you.
Yeah, okay. This is up to the discretion of the DM here. I have a water skin as well. I imagine it's like on my belt, where you'd keep a water skin. Is there a way I could just like almost like use that as a bonus action, like wake him up, like pop the water skin again and dump it on him, and then still have an action, or would that just be my action and that's what I gotta stick with?
Yeah, I mean we're not an initiative, so if you want to do that,
I know we're not an initiative, but there's also like I don't want to mess with like time and how long things might actually take. So, I mean, that's the first thing I do. I'm going to, again, dump water on Cromgrim again, trying to wake him up. Like, buddy, like, I kind of just give him a kick. Like, I'm not even going to stoop down. Like, I got my eyes now on this hag. Like, I've clocked her. And so I'm dumping the water skin real quick and kind of give him a kick. Wake up, Cromgrim, wake up. Does that seem to help? Like, is that noticeable at all? Okay.
Yeah, so same as before, Cromgrim. You see this hag, like 7 hags, like, yelling, worthless, stupid Cromgrim, fat, dumb Cromgrim, stupid, shave that beard Cromgrim. And they lean in and they're about to
change your unitard Cromgrim.
They're about to give you like another slash across the face to take damage. But the dirt turns to mud and then to water again, and you shake awake. And you're on the ground next to Raiden.
And so, if possible, I would like to cast a spell. I want to cast Summon Undead. So I'm going to just, and I imagine, so I pop my water skin, I'm dumping it on him, I'm reaching over, I'm grabbing my guitar, and after I've dumped the water, it's like a full circle, kind of like this, the most bone-chilling chord, set of chords you've ever heard in your life. Like you just hear like this, I only strum once, but it like awakens something, and I call
Please
forth.
summon who I think you're gonna summon.
I don't necessarily get that much choice in it, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
But I call forth an undead spirit, and it manifests in an unoccupied space that I can see within range, so up to 90 feet. I'm going to cast it between me and the hag, and within 5 feet of her, if possible. I can choose different forms. I'm going to choose the putrid form. The spirit resembles an undead creature with a chosen form, which determines certain traits in its stat block. But yeah, so I can give it commands. Basically, it's like a familiar that I can control now. So it's like it'll take a turn like everyone else, and I get to tell it what to do. I think it's at the same time as me, actually, if I remember right. Yeah. So there's that. There's now this putrid. Imagine it's like a zombie. Like it's just like a zombie. The main thing, the reason I want it within 5 feet of the hag, is any creature other than you that starts its turn within 5 feet of the spirit must succeed on a Constitution saving throw against your spell save or be poisoned until the start of its next turn.
Okay, let's roll initiative.
Roll up, baby. 17 plus 2. 19.
16 plus 2, 18.
13 plus 2. So 15.
Okay, so that all happens. You summon this zombie in between you and this hag, and she raises up her claws and doesn't even look at this zombie and looks right at you, right in, and just says, "The stone. The stone."
Over our dead bodies.
and she says, "My pleasure." And she walks up and attacks your zombie with her claws. What's its AC?
It is 11 plus the spell that I cast it at, so 11 plus I have 3rd level, so 14.
She does 11 damage to your zombie with her 2 swipes. She just like takes her 6 claws from her 2 hands and just does a slash across its face and a slash across its torso. But I feel like in doing so, it like seeps out its gunk and it poisons her. And she just kind of like coughs a little bit.
So what that means is she'll have a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
And it is Ryden's turn.
All right, so first I'll take my turn. I am going to cast... Does she happen to have any metal on her?
Not that you can see, like...
Okay, no,
so
like necklaces or anything like that?
What about underwire on the, you know what I mean?
So
I feel like every person...
That's a legitimate question. Come on.
I feel like every person you fight, you always go, okay, we can fight, but do you have any metal on you?
Excuse me, ma'am.
But miss, what metal do you have? So it's really dark in the hallway.
That makes sense.
All you can really make out is that she is purple, has all these pointy figures and fingers. And she's wearing like a deep, like purple robe. And some like pointy shoes, almost like elf shoes, like with the curl at the end.
Okay.
And then she does have a necklace on, but it's just bones. Like it's like adorning, like small bones. You can't make out what they are.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going big. I'm casting 3rd level Shatter on her. It's 10-foot radius. I'm just putting it on her so it doesn't hit my friend. She has to make a con save of 14 to take half as much damage. Otherwise, she'll take full damage.
She didn't. Sorry, she rolled a 9, so it doesn't do it.
Okay, so 4d8 damage coming right up.
Woo. Damn.
Come on, big bunny.
All 8s.
I got a 6. I got a 3, so it's 9. And I got an 8. So, oh wait, 17. So I need to roll one more. So 17 plus 7 is 24 points damage.
What's that look like? Your shatter you cast on her.
Oh, it's kind of, you've all seen it before, but third level, I like lean down, crank my guitar up to 11, and just like, you just see me like I'm on my knees, and she's just like I imagine, again, we don't hear any of it because it's within the sphere, and you can almost see the sound waves. Like there's just like the air turns to jello almost, like it's as you can barely see like the heat. You know how like when like over fire you see like little heat waves? Like that's what it looks like inside this ball from the sound waves, just pummeling her with 24 points of damage, just bursting her eardrums, and maybe even see like just a little drop of blood, just a little bit out of her one ear. Or you can't really see her ears, but you just see like, you know, you can tell she's like wincing in pain just a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. You see her just kind of shaking and grimacing, but she's still just slowly, like one foot in front of the other. Even though it might be painstaking while you're shooting this noise at her, she's just stepping towards you guys.
Dang.
And she just says, "The stone."
So now it's my buddy's turn, my undead's turn. So he's gonna do he can make a number of attacks equal to half the spell's level. So it's cast at 3, so I guess it's only 1 attack. If I was cast at a higher level, I could do more, but I can't do that yet. Putrid attack, Rotting Claw. Attack, your spell attack modifier to hit reaches 5 feet, 1 target, 1d6. Okay, so spell attack modifier. Okay, so +6. So I need to roll my d20. +6. I rolled a 1. So my zombie did. Raiden did not. This is his zombie friend. Rolled a 1 on his attack. So.
Yeah. So I'll say your zombie guy goes to do like his, what was the name of that attack? Like a swipe?
Rotting Claw.
Yeah, Rotting Claw. So he like takes his hand and goes to like hit her, and she just literally just like side eyes him and steps right past him, not even like blinking, and just kind of huffs and keeps walking towards you, right? And it is Brudon's turn. And Brudon, I'll say you don't really know, like you're in the other room.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really know that this is going on. Not quite yet.
Okay. So I need you to tell me what I need to do to make my way to the cauldron.
Yeah.
Can I just walk over there? Or do I need to do anything to go over there?
Yeah, you just approach it.
Okay. So I approach the cauldron.
You just have to wade across some water is all.
Okay. I go into my inventory, and if I have to do it one by one, that's fine. I take out the hugs from the bathroom, and I start pouring them into the cauldron, because remember, we don't know what they do. So I start pouring them into the cauldron, and I guess you can tell me what happens. Maybe I make something that'll help us.
Yeah, so
or
maybe
all
it's
of
like
us.
What if it's the one thing that'll melt the stone?
Just a nuclear bomb. Oh yeah, that's fair.
You get down to the cauldron, and before you start pouring stuff in, or as you get ready to, you notice that the top of it is not like it doesn't look like liquid. It's like a slideshow. Like you see that main bedroom that you guys were in with the sconces and whatnot, and you see a little bit of the swamp, and then you see the outside of the tavern, and you see like a very distant shot of Precious house, and it's like a slideshow. It keeps flipping back and forth.
I get it. Ryan doesn't see this, so I don't get it.
No.
But if you want to start dumping that stuff in, you can.
I guess I can definitely note that for the guys for later, that she's been watching us the whole time. That's definitely something to take into account. I guess, so let me see. By the gods, this was her plan the whole time, to get us here, to get the stone here. Well, we've got to do something. and I start dumping the hugs
Nice.
into the cauldron. I guess you can tell me what they do, because I'm gonna dump all of them. I think we got 7 left, right? Because there was 8 when we got there. Yeah. So I'll dump them all in there, and then you can take it from there. Let us know what they do, if they do anything.
Did not see that coming. So you take all these hugs, and I feel like with your dragon hands, you probably have like 4 in each hand, or well, 4 and 3, and you like pop the corks and dump them all in at the same time, and the images start to spiral, and then you start to hear things, not only see things, but when it switches back and forth, you start hearing things. Like you can hear the crickets in the swamp, and you can hear like the thunderstorm outside, and then when like it goes to like the tavern, it's during the day now, so you can kind of like you can hear the people coming and going, and then it switches back to Cresh's house, and you can hear hee-haw, and then it switches back to the house, and it's like silent, and then it switches back to another part of the swamp, and you can hear frogs and things like that again, and yeah, it just, you somehow gave sound to this cauldron.
Okay. What can I do with that is the question.
So as you're standing there, roll a perception check.
Okay.
You're going to be next.
It is a 15, and my perception is 1, so 16.
So with that, it switches, like it flips from one thing to the next, and it gets to Crash, like you noticed this is definitely one of the eyes hanging outside of Crash's house, like a ways away, and you see him. He's tending one of his fields. He's like picking onions, and he's like 35 feet away in his onion field. And then it flashes again, and it gets back, and he's still in his field. But it only flashes, on
For
each
so
thing
long?
for like 15 seconds.
Ooh. I feel as though it's trying to tell me something. Ugh.
And you can hear Crash whistling. Like you can hear him. But we'll leave you at that, and it is Cromgrim's turn.
And with that, I know what my move should be. Raiden, what should I do? Can I attack something? Someone?
Probably hit something, huh? Remember, you are a barbarian, and you can go into a rage. You have not used that too much. You can do that 2 more times still.
All right, let's go ahead and do that.
And then keep note too. You come to, and you're beside Raiden there, and you look up, and that hag from your dream is coming for you and Raiden down the hall.
Ooh, 15. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and attack with Form of the Beast Bite.
Nice.
So plus 7 of that. Hit.
Plus 7.
Yeah, you guys see Cromgrim do his Form of the Beast again. He enters a rage. He kind of spins around, toots a little bit, and his mouth gets really big, and his chompers start going like one of those walking, chattering teeth. And I assume you lunge right at this hag.
Yes.
And
I would just jump at her, just go right into her face.
Yeah.
Right under her chin. Above her bosom, but under her chin. Right in that general vicinity right there.
Yeah.
And I just chomp down on it.
So you see Cromgrim goes right for her neck. And 15 hits, so go ahead and roll your damage.
4 plus 6, yeah.
10 points of piercing.
Yeah. She kind of screams. She goes, dwarf, get me the stone. And she kind of pushes you away. And then we are back to her. So she is going to push you away and rear up. She's going to cast Inflict Wounds on Cromgrim. So...
With that debuff, right? Or was that just that one turn?
No, yeah, she has to roll a disadvantage. And she misses. So I feel like Cromgrim kind of being up on her neck like biting at her. She misses with that, so she's gonna kind of like huff and puff, and she's gonna take 2 claw attacks at Cromgrim. 14 misses. Cromgrim's too small. And then an 18. So she's getting really frustrated with this little dwarf. So Cromgrim takes 10 damage.
Yeah, that's sissy stuff.
And she looks at Cromgrim and she says, "It's not too late to leave, dwarf."
Wait, we can just leave. My turn.
Yep.
All right. I am going to go ahead and cast. All my 3rd level spells are gone, so I'm down to 2nd level. You know what? I'm gonna stick with Shatter. That just is kind of the best thing I got, I think. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Is she fiend or undead? Can I tell that, or would I know that? Like, if I knew about the heck, is she one of those?
Yep.
She is fiend and or undead.
She's a fiend, yeah.
I'm gonna throw my bottle of holy water at her. I can throw up to 20 feet, so it's a similar attack roll to like what we did before with the acid flask, and it will do 2d6 radiant damage.
Okay.
So it's especially painful to those fiend or undead. Nat 20, baby!
No
way.
Freaking way.
Does 2d6 damage.
Examine those dice.
And it's doubled anyway. This is so stupid.
Hey, woo, woo, woo. I did 3 and 3, so it's 6 damage. Crit and radiant.
Yeah, so 24.
24 points. Take that! Holy water, baby!
Don't get too. She is the boss character. She's probably got a good amount of HP. All right, let's just take it one step at a time. All right.
Yeah, so Raiden, you load up and chuck your holy water. Just chuck the bottle at her, and I feel like it with a nat 20, it just lands right on the top of her noggin and shatters and kind of like goes down her face. And you see she's getting closer and closer now. Even though she's fighting Cromgrim, she knows you have the stone.
Right.
And,
yeah. And in my turn, because we can move, right? Usually you do an action and a movement. Can I start backing away a little bit? Towards like, because I don't know how much space I have, but I want to move back kind of as far
Start
as
coming towards me.
Can. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, she gets hit with the holy water. It shatters, but she keeps marching towards Raiden because she knows that's where her stone is. Even as this holy water comes down her face and like her face starts to bubble and welt up, and she's like hardly even face. She just kind of like grunts it off and like grits her teeth and just pushes Cromgrim aside and keeps marching towards Raiden. And it is Brudon's turn. So you.
Nope.
Brudon.
It's my.
Oh
friend's turn.
Yeah, your little buddy.
And so he's gonna go ahead and do his rotting claw attack. Try this again. 7 plus 6, so 15.
Huh?
Sorry, that's not right. 13.
Oh, it just misses.
Dang. All right.
He swipes again, swings and misses. And
Right, she's
just, like,
poisoned. She's poisoned again because he's within 5 feet, so disadvantage on stuff.
He just and just misses. And it's back to our Dragonborn pal. And you are still looking at this thing, flashing between different things. And
A little help, buddy.
every time it comes to Kresh, he gets a little bit closer, and you can hear him come in and singing a little bit louder.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a perception check here, to see if I might experience some kind of breakthrough or something here. Let's see here.
Do perception or Arcana, whichever one's
Or
higher.
Arcana.
Which is
Okay.
higher.
14. My Arcana is actually higher, so +3, so 17.
Yeah. But with that, you are watching these things go through, and I feel like there's like a bird on a tree at one, and you might like cough or something, and you notice when you do that, the bird flies away as if it like heard you. And then it flicks to the next one, goes to the next one, and you see Kresh. He's picking onions and throwing them in a basket, and he keeps getting closer and closer where his eye is. He's like 10 feet away.
I wonder. Crash!
And you see he stands up. He's like hunched over, picking onions out of the ground, and he stands up, eyes wide as can be, looking all around. And he's like looking around.
Crash, can you hear me?
And he kind of slowly nods and looks around really slow, trying to figure out what in the world's going on, but he's nodding. And you hear him kind of mumble, Dragonborn friend, and it keeps switching through.
I see. I need to go tell the boys.
And we'll call that your turn. And it is Cromgrim. You are behind this hag. He's heading right towards Ryan. You're like 5 feet behind her. She's just pressing on, trying to get her stone from Ryan.
Okay, I am going to run after her and attack her from behind. Just at the back of the neck, the same way that I did the back of the neck of the dog with the axe. But this time I'll be doing it with the bite.
Okay.
18.
Ooh,
Definitely
CD
hits.
roll.
definitely a hit. You don't even need to add anything to that.
7,
Ooh.
and then 5. No, I'm sorry. 7 and then 13.
Yeah, you
13.
you vampire bite her again, like up on the back of her neck, and just chomp down on her, and you hear her go, "Ah," and you give her a little bit more damage. And she kind of rears up and shakes you off and she's just lumbering, just one foot after the other, just constantly trying to catch up with Raiden at this slow, just menacing pace. And she shouts one more time at Raiden. She says, "Give me the stone before you all die." So she is marching towards Raiden. And you see Raiden. She's like looking around, and she sees that the Dragonborn is like looking down into her cauldron and like doing something. And she knows there's like 2 creatures behind her trying to get her, and you're in between her 2. And so she kind of like stops for a split second, and like she whistles like this really deep, creepy whistle, and nothing happens for a moment. And that's her turn. And
I don't like that.
And then it is Raiden's turn.
I don't like that at all. All right. I'm going to cast. Yeah, let's go ahead and shatter her one more time. So let me. Oh yeah, she has to make a Constitution saving throw. See if she can beat 14.
And that's a disadvantage because she's poisoned.
Correct. If she's within 5 feet of that zombie, which
Definitely.
might. Yeah.
Yep, so she got an 8.
Hey. Okay. So 3d8 damage here. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 4, 3, 2. So 7, 8, 9 damage, thunder damage. And then next it will be my buddy's turn. He's going to try once again. You said he was coming from behind, right? So he's going to get right up on her and try that rotting claw, see if he can dig in. 3 + 6.
Oh my god.
What is wrong with this freaking zombie? He did nothing.
He's just
He's a meat shield.
Is stupid thing.
And so we are back to Brudon. And Brudon,
Okay.
you're flicking the channels here.
Yeah. So I make my way back to the hallway where the boys are at, and I let them know what I found. Guys, I think I may have found us a way out of here.
Yeah, and as you're doing that, you notice her lumbering through the hallway for the first time.
I think. Oh, right.
What do you think we've been doing over here, Verdon?
I've been trying to get us a way out of here too, and I think I found one. But you're gonna have to trust me.
I
whatever can get us out of this situation.
We don't have a choice. Let's go.
Come on. Remember the potions that we found in the bathroom?
Yes.
The cauldron. I poured them all into the cauldron. And it showed me many locations that we've been before. The swamp, Kresh. But here's the weird thing. I called out to Kresh, and he heard me. It's almost as if there's a link between here and there. I think if we dive into the cauldron, it'll take us to him.
You think it's some sort of portal?
That's the only thing that makes sense.
After you.
What other way do we have to get out of here?
Exactly. I will not go first, but by all means.
Cromgrim will go first. Cromgrim will go first. Let Cromgrim just go. It's my destiny.
Bye.
Destiny.
I think you want to call that my turn, or?
Yeah. I will say though, if you guys do kind of turn tail and like head for the cauldron, she will get opportunity attacks on Raiden and Cromgrim and Zombie Guy, I guess.
Oh, she's
Biscuit,
within.
biscuit.
She's within like. Isn't it within like 5 feet?
Or I guess not
Or
Raiden,
10,
but
or 10 feet.
Yeah, definitely Cromgrim and the zombie. Because Cromgrim ran up on her. You're probably not close enough yet, right?
Well,
So
the zombie wouldn't have opportunity attack because he's not. Yeah, I'll just leave him. I could care less. I can just summon another one. He's.
but yeah, if you guys want to haul butt towards the cauldron, she's definitely going to take a swipe at Cromgrim. She's going to take 2 swipes at you.
Okay, you didn't say
with disadvantage. With disadvantage.
Yep. So 6. Oh man. And a 13. I don't think either of those hit you. You turn to book it and just start spinning your wheels and take off, and she and they're like right behind you.
It looks like a dust cloud that she grabs. Cromgrim, what are you doing? Are you going to jump in?
Am I going to jump into what?
That was the plan, to jump into the cauldron.
Were you not listening?
Oh, you mean I really do have to go first?
You're the smallest.
Yes, but it was one of those things where you just say it and you don't actually mean it. You know what I mean? Cromgrim was trying to be nice.
Cromgrim,
I thought one of you guys would be the
let me
hero.
lay out our options for you. Option A, we get torn to shreds by the Night Hag. Option B, we get thrown into prison and we get eaten by the Night Hag. Or
Yeah.
option C,
We do not have time for this.
Okay, I'm jumping in.
You hear, "Give me the stone," as Cromgrim like jumps off a boulder and into the cauldron.
He does his dwarven parkour.
Yeah, he does like a cannonball, but you guys see as Cromgrim lands in the cauldron, it starts to sizzle and burn.
Oh no.
And Cromgrim, you take 15 points of damage, and you're just sitting in it like a boiling pot.
Oh no.
And it's, like Anakin Skywalker situation. He's
Yeah.
just getting burned up in this cauldron.
Get him out. Pull him out.
I'm on it.
And all the while, the hag is just gaining on you. She's just still slowly just walking menacingly. After Cromgrim, it is her turn, and so she's marching towards you, Raiden. And on her turn, you hear in the distance this like shrill just squeaking, and you see just barely behind her for a split second what looks like a couple little bugs, and then they get closer and closer and closer to you guys, and they're 3 little, they almost look like fairies, but they're bats, and they have little chest plates
You see?
and swords, and they all dive bomb Raiden, and they each take an attack on her.
I was the dummy for wanting to tame him.
One of them got an 18, the other 2 got a 7 and a 4.
Okay.
He takes his little sword and tries to stab you in the neck for 6 points of damage.
Ah, God. I just imagine it's like the size of a little toothpick. I yank up this little toothpick out of my neck.
Yeah, and you hear, and they're like dive bombing and flying around. But
right.
they'll act on her turn.
Okay.
And then it is Ryden's turn.
So we're all next to the cauldron, correct?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Ryden, hold her off. I'll get Cromgrim.
This is another special request for the DM. I have the Heartstone. Is that what it's called? I don't know why I'm blanking on
Yeah.
it. The Heartstone on my person. Could I cast a spell and bonus action reach over, drop it in the cauldron? Or is it that does that count as an action to drop it into the cauldron for me to just like reach over?
I would hold it over it. Maybe it'll make the bat stop.
No, I'm
Yep.
throwing it in. I'm dropping it in there.
Oh, not even giving her a chance to haggle?
No!
Okay.
Just because the word hag is in her name doesn't mean she's gonna haggle with her.
You
so
go to.
what am I allowed to do with that?
I feel like you reach your hand out to drop the stone in. You would hear the hag. She goes, "Stop, stop," and she reaches a hand out towards you and just screams. She doesn't want you to do it.
I mean, I already made up my mind. I'm doing it. Like, I don't care what she could have said. Like, hey, if you do that, we'll all die. I'm dropping it in there. Like,
You're pot committed.
So you drop it in there, and the cauldron just starts to bubble a little bit, and almost like when you leave the lid on when you're making spaghetti, like it just starts to like bubble over, and when the bubbles hit the ground, it just starts to sizzle, and your wife gets angry. I mean, it just like starts to sizzle, it just starts to boil over a little bit, and then you look at the hag, and she looked pissed. But you can go ahead and cast your spell.
oh, sweet. Awesome. Well, I am going to cast my final shatter, at least at level 2. And then I'm all out of level 2 spells. So let's go ahead and do this bad boy. So she has to roll a Constitution saving throw and beat a 14. 10-foot radius of thunder damage. Now, where are these little creatures that she summoned there? Are they within 10 feet of her? Because my thought is I would just send it right on her. Okay, they're not.
They're closer to you.
Okay, and she failed the save, correct?
Yep.
Sweet. 3d8. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage.
You do that, and you see she looks shaken up for like the first time. She just kind of like twitches and shrugs it off and like tilts her head and like looks at you, and she looks harmed now.
I'm gonna go ahead and do my rotting claw attack from my zombie friend.
Keep forgetting about that worthless guy.
Finally, 17 plus 6. I hit. I hope.
Yep.
Is that a hit? All right.
Oh yeah.
So I do 1d6 plus 3 of damage. So I rolled a 6 plus 3. 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage from him. So basically with his big nasty zombie claws, he just cuts down her back from behind.
Yeah. Like reaches up and scratches her, and she just.
Oh, and if the target is poisoned, which she is, it must succeed on a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC or be paralyzed until the end of its next turn. So do a spell save DC. So it has to be a Constitution of 14. It got a 6. Okay, so it beat it. So it's fine. It's not paralyzed.
It is Brudon's turn.
All right. Looks like she's getting pretty close here. We still got the bats to worry about, so I'm gonna go ahead and it looks like it's now or never. I'm going to cast my 3rd level Scorching Ray. That's a 13 plus 6.
Okay, good. So you definitely hit.
Right. It says that I create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets within range. I can hurl them at one target or several. And then it says, when I cast a spell using a spell slot of 3rd or level or higher, you create 1 additional ray for each slot above 2nd. So I would create 4 in total.
Yep.
So 1 is gonna go towards her, and the other 3 are gonna go towards the bats. And then I have to do, what is it, 2? I have to roll 2 d6s. So 5 and 5 again, so 10.
10 damage to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the good news is every one of the little bat knights, they get like your little scorching rays, smoke them out of the air like a bug zapper around Raiden's head, and they all fall to the ground just because that's way too much damage for him. And then she takes 10 points of damage. What's that look like when it hits her?
I look and I look over at Cromgrim, and he's laying on the. Is he still in the cauldron? Or did we get him out?
Yeah, no, I think he's still in the cauldron. It hasn't been his turn to jump out yet. So.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, he's bubbling, boy. He's brewing over there.
Nobody pulled him out.
We're getting ready to. I'm trying to buy us some time so he doesn't die. I look over at Raiden, and he's having a time trying to him and his zombie friend, and I get fed up, and I just shout enough, and then with the enough, the fire comes out.
Awesome.
And it comes out in 4 different rays, and it hits pew, 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 all 3 of them, and one goes right to her, square in the chest.
That's awesome. And yeah, you see the ray of like kind of like radiant flame hits her kind of in her chest, and like the wispy gray hairs that she has, it kind of like gets her hair on fire a little bit. She pats it out and keeps kind of like drudging forward. And then it is Cromgrim. Cromgrim, it's your turn.
So how does Cromgrim go about getting out of the cauldron?
You
We
can
get back into the fight.
You are gonna have to make an athletics check with disadvantage because you're
Boiling.
nobody helped you get out of that. Yeah, and you're like boiling and taking damage. So and you're gonna want to pass this.
Come on, Crom. I believe in you, Crom.
12 plus 4.
Oh, good. So yeah, you bounce out. You get right out of the cauldron, and you're dripping, and you're taking all this damage, and yeah, you're no longer taking the damage from all the acid and potions and nastiness that was in there. It's back to the top of the order, and it's the hag, and she's getting closer and closer to Raiden. Actually, probably within range to take a slash at you. At disadvantage because the stupid zombie. 6. And a 20. No, that's not right. It was 6 and an 11. So neither of them hit.
Ooh.
You're lucky.
Whew. That would
Yeah,
have hurt.
she goes to slash at you twice and then misses. She has an extra thing she's gonna do.
Oh.
She is gonna try and cast Inflict Wounds on Raiden. So it's gonna be a melee spell attack. Okay, so that's a 16.
That would hit, probably. Yes, I hit.
And so she reaches out, and you see like from the tips of her like claws, she like reaches out and puts 2 of her claws in and just kind of points at you, Raiden, and just does like black, almost like a lightning bolt, just comes out and hits you in the chest for.
Don't kill me, please.
Are you out of here?
I mean, I'm doing decently well on my hit points, but
It's 13 necrotic damage.
all right. Take it like a champ.
And she says, "Give it back. Get it out of there. Give it back."
Sorry, can't do that. No take backsies.
And we're back to Raiden.
All right. I am going to cast Thunder Wave. A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature within a 15-foot cube originating from you
What are
must
you
make a
doing?
Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. In addition, unsecured objects are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away. Blah, blah, blah. So that's what I'm going to do. So I think while casting it, I literally just like clap my hands. Like it starts out like a small like rhythmic clap until like it slowly builds up and just like a boom, like a sonic boom with my hands. To keep with the music motif, I can keep in a rhythm. Boom, 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 boom. It's getting louder and harder until thunder wave shoots out from myself 15 feet. So everything, I imagine, I think we're all next to each other. So I'm probably hitting everyone. But at this point, my thought is
kill us all.
I'm trying to push her away because that's my biggest thing. Get her back 10 feet if possible. So Constitution saving throw everyone has to beat 14.
She did not.
Nat 20.
So you'll take half as much, but yeah, you don't get pushed and you're not going to take the full brunt of it.
6 and 3, so 9.
Okay, so you fail. So Cromgrim and the hag will take 2d8 damage here. Let me roll it.
Cromgrim.
So
It wasn't even a hag. It'd be your own people.
7 points of damage, and they're pushed back 10 feet.
So, that actually takes Cromgrim down to -1.
Oh, man.
All right.
Look what
I'm
you've
sorry.
done.
I'm sorry.
Cromgrim.
So you guys see Cromgrim get knocked back. I feel like he gets knocked into the cauldron. He hits his head and kind of lays there, and you guys see his eyes go shut. And Cromgrim, when we get back to your turn, we're gonna have to roll a death save. You guys see the thunderclap does that. Cromgrim gets knocked out. He's laying there.
And sorry, real quick, I do that, and I also to do for movement. I'm backing away as well. So I imagine the hag would have been pushed forward 10 feet, and if Cromgrim backwards 10 feet, I'm going at least 10 or 15 feet back, next to or even behind him, like behind the cauldron or something. So I'm like within range of him, but yeah, back even further away from the hag. So at that point, I guess I'm essentially like 20 feet away from the hag at least or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. You push her back, and her feet kind of scrape against the ground, and she just is screaming, trying to make her way towards the cauldron to retrieve her stone. And she's just saying, I need it back. And it is Brudon's turn.
I kid you not. I was gonna use this turn to use my potion of healing on Cromgrim.
You still can.
You still can.
I
He's
thought
not
he was
dead.
dead.
No.
No, he's not dead.
So in D&D, when you go negative, you basically get 3 chances, which are called death saves, to save yourself. So you have to get like an 11 or higher, right? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
And if you get 3 in a row, 3 11 or higher, then you're safe. If you get 3 fails, then you're dead. Correct? That kind of how it goes. I haven't done them very often, but so you still have a chance to like live. Oh well, you would be like in a coma essentially, or like passed out.
Right.
If you pass.
But you have to roll 11 or higher 3 times in a row.
Or what someone can do is stabilize them. So you run up and do a medicine check and or use like a health potion. So you'd have to stabilize, use a health potion. You can heal him and he could be back on his feet next turn.
Yep.
Depending on what you roll.
Okay. Well, let's see here. I mean, we can try the medicine check. What do I have to roll for?
Well, I think you had to do medicine check before you can give him health potion, correct? Again? Or...
I mean, he can just give him a potion if you want to just dump it in his mouth.
There you go.
Yeah, let's do that because I am still actually, believe it or not, at full HP.
Crap.
So yeah, I reach into my inventory, I run over to Cromgrim, and I give him the potion of healing, which is 2d6s? No.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4. 2, another 2, plus 2 is 6.
Yeah, so you dump this into Cromgrim's mouth, and Cromgrim, you come back to with a little bit of HP, and it's your turn. You're sitting there next to the cauldron.
I say I'm gonna attack. Okay, I'm gonna rage right now, and then I'm going to go with a form of the beast claws. 13 plus 7
Definitely hit.
plus 6, so 10.
And damn it. So Cromgrim comes up from the grave He gets a little pep in his step from his buddy, and just instantly goes into a rage. And you guys see these claws come out of Cromgrim's hand. And
does the rage add to the points there on the claws?
Yeah, which you added that, but what I'm reading here, it says when you attack with a claw using the attack action, you can make one additional claw attack, so you get to attack twice.
Oh,
One for each hand, basically. So go ahead and roll a d20 again and see if your other hand hits.
Yep.
14.
That hits.
Plus 7.
Okay, then roll damage for that one too.
6 plus a 6, so 12.
No way. That's with one hand. What was the other one?
The other one was 10.
Cromgrim, finish the hag.
Yes! Cromgrim!
Yeah!
I knew you could do it, lad.
Never felt better. Cromgrim's never felt better.
So what do you do?
So, what happened was, I ended up using the form of the beast claw. So I ran up and I clawed the hell out of her one time, right across her face, her nasty, ugly hag face, with one hand. And as she stumbled a couple of feet, that's when I did one of my famous parkour tricks, and I backflipped off the wall and then hit her with the left hand. And normally, Cromgrim always goes right, not left. But I went left this time, and that was the finishing blow.
And you guys see the hag spins around a couple times, and as
She
she's
was a
falling,
mimic.
yeah, spins around, turns into a mimic. No, she spins around, kind of stumbles a little bit, and as she's falling, kind of like Gollum-esque, she's reaching for the cauldron, and she falls, and as she hits the ground, it's just closed, and she's gone. And you guys hear a little bit of a rumble, and you turn around and you see daylight coming in from where the top of the waterfall is, and all the sconces in the house light up. Like you see sconces that were actually along the tunnel that you didn't even know of, and they light up.
I'd hate to have to pay their bills.
Did we do it? Cromgrim, did you do it?
We did. We did it. It wasn't just me, it was all of us together.
I'm sorry, I almost killed you back there. I got scared. I usually don't let it get to me, but I was really worried.
You guys are talking a little bit, and you hear like clicking and stuff, and the hook horrors are just laying on the ground still, right?
Forgot about that.
Like you see them like trying to take the things off their legs that they just can't reach, almost like a T-Rex. Like they got nothing, so they're just like gonna lay there for eternity and rot.
I am so glad I invested in the quality caltrops.
Guys, let's get out of here. Now, is there a way to get out here through this opening in the waterfall, or is it like?
Yeah,
is it accessible?
Yeah, you guys look behind the waterfall, and there's a staircase that actually leads all the way up. And you go up the staircase, out the hole in the top of what's a cave, and you get out, and you realize that you're at the top of the hill where this hut was. And it's no longer there. And all you see is the fence, or like the stone fence that was around it originally. And it's clear skies, and there's literally just a cave at the top of this hill with a fence around it. There's no, like, the house is gone. And you guys see that it's clear skies, clear as day, sun's shining in the swamp, and all seems to be well. And you guys can do whatever you want.
You weren't expecting us to get out of this, huh?
I've never seen a more beautiful sight. This looks fantastic. I tell you what, how far of a walk do you think it is to Moe's Tavern?
I have no idea. But I feel like we Do we have enough in us to maybe do one last conga down there?
Oh, yeah.
Together.
I could use a drink and one more conga. I guess
Are
I'll
we
give
gonna-
that to you.
Raiden, are we letting you take it up the rear again? I mean, take up the rear? How do you say that?
That's
Close enough.
Let's just move on.
All right, then follow me. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey.
Dun, 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 dun.
I just imagine we're all just winded and out of breath. It's like the most lazy conga line you've ever seen, where we're just like dragging our feet, like just battered and bleeding.
And as you guys are walking away from this cave on top of a hill, there's a little girl opposite of you guys. You guys don't even see her. She walks up to the gate and looks up at the top of the hill and just hangs her head. And you guys did it. You all survived. Nobody died. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
We did
We
it.
did
We
it.
survived your house of horrors.
We made it.
Booyah!
Technically, Cromgrim technically did pass away, but then got brought back.
You got
So-
probably. You're fine. You're fine.
You're welcome.
Oh my God.
There was no way we were all making it out of there. I was going to make sure that if we did,
That was
either
a
we're
lot of
all
fun.
dying or we're all making it out. We're doing it as a team.
Which is the best way that we always do everything. And this has been a lot of fun. Halloween has been a fun season this time. And you weirdos, you freaks, you nerds, you geeks, you got me to play Dungeons and Dragons. And you know what? I had the time of my life. You guys
It was
are
a
blast.
blast.
And this was totally different than anything I've ever done before. And now I kind of want to wear a pair of old yellowed underwear as a singlet. I don't know why.
You should do it someday, just on the regular show. You just show up and you just see like the straps of underwear over your shoulders.
Why
You
not?
never know.
Oh man, yeah. Thanks guys for letting me do this. This was fun. I feel like I'm a rookie podcaster, definitely a rookie DM, but yeah, this was a lot of fun. A lot of fun hanging out with you guys.
No way, dude. This was
Round of applause.
awesome.
Round of applause
Yeah.
for the DM.
Great job. Great job to Derek Sir Prince a lot, who made sure that this thing was possible. And
Heck yeah.
thank you to you guys who listened to this show and who laughed at us or laughed with us along the way.
All 18 episodes of it now.
I know, right? Oh man, we thought we were gonna get maybe 4. I think we're gonna get 4 episodes just from tonight. So,
Yeah,
all right.
it's a journey.
And thank you guys all so much for listening. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you, Derek, again for doing all this for us, especially 3 hours ahead time zone. So it is currently 3 a.m. as we're recording this right now.
Oh man.
And if you want more of this, let us know. You know, like
But give us a break first. My
give us a
goodness.
break. Give us a little bit of a break. But we've been talking about doing a D&D show for months at this point. I've been actually trying to work on it for like 7-8 months, and it's just been really hard. But if this is something people really want, let us know. Maybe we'll just have to bite the bullet and figure it out. So, all right. Thank you all. Listen to our regular podcast, Super Gamer Boys, and well, farewell.
We're out of here.
Adios.
Out of the dungeon.
All right, for Garrett Morlang, for Adrian Homeboy Holmes, for myself, JJ Purdom, and for our special guest through this whole series, Sir Prince-a-Lot, Derek, we are the Super Gamer Boys.
And we will catch you on the flippity flop.
Dude, you try to do it hella early too. I knew you were premature.
I thought you were going to say it, and also from our characters, you know,
Yeah,
from
watched it.
Raiden, from
Watched
Rudolph.
it.
and Cromgrim.
Shrek.
Catch you on
Shrek.
the flippity flop.
Shrek and
Krish.
Donkey. Oh yeah,
Krish.
Krish.
Chris.
Great.